So I think we should just real quickly, as we get into this game number 1, address the elephant in the room. You're casting your old team. Just, real quickly, how you're feeling about that. What's going on through your head there?
So, yeah, I definitely want to mention that I really believe in competitive integrity. And there's a lot I can say about this team and how they think and how they do things. Which I really just don't want to do because I think it's unfair and I don't want to give any team an unfair advantage towards EG regardless of whatever happened. So I hope everybody is respectful of that, but there's still going to be some fun moments I can highlight from these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think that the other thing is just more mentality-wise in the way that things have gone in the past. It's almost become a meme at this point, the way that EG can sometimes struggle in the early games. Why do you think it is that sort of they've been looking a little bit rough the past couple of days here?
So I definitely know they didn't get to boot camp for this tournament, which is obviously plays a big part in it. But, there's always going to be some fun memes about EG, just not showing up the first day and then, making this lower bracket run or whatever. May or may not be true, but let's see if they can turn it around today.
Absolutely. And bounty runes there going to be traded off. Looks like it's going to be a couple apiece as we take a look across all of these different lanes. And on the other side, Boom, a team that definitely has been looking better and better over time. This tournament, at least, it's been a little bit rough. You can see they've gone 1-1 so far, all across the board against Bet Boom, against OG, against Beast Coast, and now finally looking to try and get a clean 2-0 if they can against EG here, who have been a little bit struggling. And, well, what do you know? As we've been talking about constantly, it's going to be Abed playing the Storm Spirit mid.
Yep, another classic Storm, but they do have an IO with him, so I kind of like, the IO Storm setup. It's a way to enable your Storm to be even stronger in the game, as we do see some action in top lane. Nightfall has the triple branch wand build, which we have seen earlier today, actually, by Tundra.
Yeah, for anybody that missed that matchup, a very interesting dynamic where with just a lot of stats being built early, trying to play as aggressive as possible. And we'll see how this lane works out. But Razor playing up against Weaver, that matchup, what's sort of the big takeaway that you got to watch out for up here?
I really like that they were willing to pick something like a Weaver on Boom. I thought about this Ricky Mar that they picked the other day against the Razor, against OG. But a hero that is able to kind of get away from this link from Razor is really key, I think.
Right. Well, make sure that you get that distance in case things start to turn a little bit south. But right now at the early goings, get back underway here, and we'll have the creep wave pushing into him. But FBZ already taking a good chunk of damage. Jarek's trying to put the hurt on, taking Cask first.
Yeah, now Witch Doctor is a hero that got a bit of a buff in the last patch. So they buffed Maledict to just have a bit more damage per second on this hero. So I was thinking, if there's a play where you actually skill Maledict first, but I do think Casket is more valuable, especially with a hero like TA that gets this milled off and get these extra auto attacks in.
A ton. Ooh, mid lane, Yopaj goes down. Oh, in the CVC matchup, Abed, the old dog, takes down the young gun Yopaj, and Tim's also taking a ton of damage there with Maledict. Can EG get off with couple quick kills? Tries to find him around the corner, but Tim's makes his way out.
Any Storm first pick doubters in chat, or what's going on here?
Exactly. They knew it was up. They just needed to build up to it, right?
No, well played by Abed. That's huge because Yopaj did get the counter pick, right? He was able to pick this queen, a matchup that he's happy with, and he does get first blooded. So well done by Abed.
Yeah, off to a hot start here. And 9-2, a little bit behind in CS, but as you said, could be a little bit of a concern there. Has another pull, gets played and turned onto Yopaj for some more damage. But at least for now, very even in this mid, with the exception of that first blood.
Yeah, we'll see who the king of SEA is, or I guess NA? Or, I'm not sure. No, I do want to highlight this game. I do agree with the panel that EG's lineup is very this snowball-y, try to get all our side lanes or every single one of our lanes to win here because they don't have any of these traditional team fight spells, right? Boom has this Treant ulti, this Queen of Fate Sonic Wave, but EG has all this single target, a bunch of heroes that need to farm. So I do think it's very crucial for their lanes to go well, basically.
And then try and set up later on with maybe some of those relocate ganks. But likely it's going to need to be Abed that's the one setting him up because these other heroes don't really do it all that much. As Tims takes a ton of damage there from Jarex, but is going to pop the salve afterwards and then back out. So again, very steady going down there in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Jackie almost died top lane. He had to TP back to the tower, but he didn't go back all the way to base, so he is going to stick around here without too much regen. So the side lanes are indeed going well for them, for EG.
FBZ also there. Get caught by the Maledict, but no cask bounces going their direction. We'll go for a couple more of these melt strikes along the way as Abed getting rotated on. Skem Treant Protector. We have seen this so many times from him, and now the jump forward bushwhack afterwards, and Abed looking to stay alive. Can he manage to get out of there? The Fairy Fire, a couple more hits. He's living through it all. Abed actually not dying. And will he eventually get burrowed down here? It doesn't look like it. He's going to survive through the whole thing.
Nicely done by Crit, just keeping Abed barely alive. And that was a 3-man rotation by Boom. They're really trying to focus on shutting down this storm.
Everything that they can possibly do with it. And again, Abed gets gone on.
The screen misses.
Back towards mid. Yopaj, is he going to end up paying for this? Another death. Abed on top of it. Very well done. Oh, dang. And he might need to pass that salve over to Crit to heal himself back up again there, but he's just going to salve himself.
Wow, that is so many resources spent in trying to shut this guy down, and he gets the kill on Yopaj, and he's going to have level 6 after this wave. So they're not going to be able to pressure the storm anymore.
Yeah, that is devastating. And EG finally getting their mojo back day 2. Things looking a little bit better. Has level 6. Now, does Abed want to keep playing aggressively on Yopaj here?
I mean, he doesn't have too many resources. He has an empty bottle, but this is a huge win for EG.
Yeah, and now obviously the big thing is being able to dodge, and well, if he wants to play aggressive, Yopaj still has Blink trying to dodge away from the dagger, but wasn't able to get it that time. Yopaj last second blinks away. They're playing on a knife's edge.
Yeah, exactly. Storm was trying to bait out the Shadow Strike, so he dodges it, but he is going to have to go back to base. And maybe this gives a chance for Yopaj to actually get the 6-minute rune here, which is very crucial. We're going to see Crit already rotate and try to secure this or at least deny it from the Queen.
How much does that make a difference if the Quap's able to get it?
In this matchup, a lot, because that kind of decides the tempo for the next 2 minutes, if you get the real rune here. Yep, he gets the regen on Yopaj. That's very, very crucial.
All right, well, Yopaj is going to be able to play a little bit more aggressively, or if he wants to use it to farm or whatever else you need to do. A lot of opportunities opened up, and the biggest thing is, of course, going to be taking that away, but Abed comes right back in out of the start, says, I don't care about your rune, I'm going to take your life. Moves in, finishes him off, easy as can be. It's actually Crit that gets the kill, but nonetheless, just smelling blood in the water. Abed after it.
So well played by Crit and Abed. He even pops the regen rune there, so he ends up wasting it. Very well done again. They're just not giving Yopaj a chance to shine, and this guy has been like a huge force to reckon with, Yopaj, but this game he's shut down.
So obviously you got to play with Abed a ton. You know, when he's having a game like this as a player playing on his team, what does it feel like? Just on easy mode at this point, do everything you can for him?
Yeah, when he's off to this good of a start, Abed is a player that definitely takes over a game, especially like on a hero like Storm. He already went and invaded, took some stacks. He's putting a lot of pressure onto Boom. Like, they keep bringing a bunch of heroes here, but they can't really touch the Storm.
Well, we said off to a good start, 3-0. And Boom needing to wait for a couple of these abilities to come online before they can even really go for any type of a play. Yopaj just now getting level 6, as you can see them spending many there in the mid lane. Multiple heroes hitting on that as well. But I would imagine this is also all to the idea of trying to build up time for Arteezy to come online on that TA.
Yeah, definitely. I think the thing is, Queen of Pain is this kind of hero that she needs to have a decent start, especially since the nerfs on this hero. You need to have a decent start. You need to kind of snowball. You don't want to have too many deaths. So this is, it's going to have way bigger repercussions on the game than we actually think. As we do see Abed position on this 8-minute rune here.
And picking it up top is Crit, only an invis, so doesn't get lucky this time on EG. And going instead up towards the top side, just going to throw the bugs out there onto Nightfall as he will back away. And Abed thinking about playing aggressive, forcing these blinks out of Yopaj, just making him uncomfortable.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure on this tower, and this tree is still kind of low level, so if they lose this mid tower, this is massive.
They're trying to, doing everything they can. Yopaj comes on in, trying to threaten the dagger. Again, zip in, pull in. Can they get the kill? Dodges the bushwhack. So on top of everything. Yopaj, he got hit by that Maledict. Is it going to be enough damage, though? Sonic Wave afterwards is going to kill off Jerax, but it won't be enough to take down the Quap.
Still, though, they're forcing this Dragon Knight to come here instead of being able to sit bottom and pressure the tower. So, again, so much chaos being caused by this basically Abed and Crit and even Jerax coming in there.
It is kind of crazy. It's just these two heroes forcing so many reactions, but they're keeping their tower alive on Boom. And this is what Boom need to do. Make sure that that Treant, you keep the heals going from Skem and make this game prolonged out a little bit longer.
Yeah, definitely. They want to keep this tower alive. And it looks like EG's kind of pinging it. They're thinking about committing for a tower potentially. But we do also see... okay, they're going to try to go mid again, but he does get the blink out.
Yeah, maybe able to get out of that one before the cast connected. And they're bringing everybody. Nightfall comes in, Abed's there, they're bringing numbers, and Boom. I don't know if they're going to be able to defend this one alone. They are already running away.
Yeah, they want this tower, and I think EG's going to get it, unless this Weaver decides to join in, which is going to be a little too late, it looks like.
Getting very, very low. Have to be careful. Tims throws out that bushwhack again, but EG, with 4 heroes coming in, they will go for the full commit, and Nightfall the one with the last hit on the tower.
Nicely done by Nightfall, because, you know, especially playing against Tree, and as the panel pointed out, they don't really have a lot of tower damage on EG. So being able to get this tower before Tree gets his levels is really key.
Abed again trying to play aggressively, but will be a quick runaway by the Hoodwink. Yopaj and Skem hanging out together. They're going to lay down a ward up on the high ground, and they're going to spot it, actually. Abed gets caught for a moment. Crit is still there for backup, and, well, they're thinking about going in for more, but sees 4 heroes, and Abed finally decides he dodges the stun. Dude, he is feeling himself right now.
Yeah, I don't know if he's playing with them or he's just kind of, you know, misclicking, but still, at least, you know, good news for Boom. They do get this bottom tower, and their Dragon Knight is still very strong. Like, you can look that he's getting close to his Blink Dagger. You know, the Jack Boys is still farming well on the Weaver. So it's not all bad news for Boom, but definitely a great start for EG.
Yeah, and the big thing will be, where do they decide to go next? For Boom, are they going to try and make another aggressive play and play around the DK, who's the top net worth in the game right now?
Arteezy's
had a
here
really
this
good
top
time.
lane.
Ooh, Jackie. Back behind the tower. And they don't quite spot him, hiding behind that tree over there. The jump in. Abed wants to get him, but Jackie, he backs out, gets away. And EG just bringing 3 cores, all 5 heroes to the top lane. This is how you deal with Tree.
I guess so. I mean, Boom is thinking about it. They're like, they see everybody here. They're deciding, like, we're not going to defend this. Let them have this tower. We're going to buy time for this blink.
Tims jump in from downtown. Abed tries to get him the bushwhack afterwards.
Oh,
Overgrowth with the interrupt. Oh, and Skem goes down to the Maledict. They're going to lose Jerax, but you take that trade as you got out with the rest of the heroes.
That could have been disastrous. Actually, they might pick up the IO here because he was preparing the reload on Crit. So yeah, he should be going down here.
Oh, miss on the bushwhack, a rare miss. And where's team? Hello, Tether? What happened there?
Everybody was thinking he's dead, but then he was like, guys, I'm still here.
Arteezy tried to get close, couldn't quite get there in time. Ooh, and now they spot these. Oh, this is a lot of stacks.
Yeah, I don't think they can contest the Ancients, but at least they'll take this camp. They don't have a reliable, like, Ancient farmer here. But yeah, that was very close to being very bad. The stun just comes out as, you know, interrupting the overgrowth and allowing Storm to live. So still, it's a pretty even game. We do have Blink on FBZ now, which EG should know about. We'll see what they're looking to do next, as everyone's just kind of happy farming for a little bit.
Yeah. And Tims, I mean, this has been his hero for a while now. Playing on this Hoodwink. He's made it work so many times. A couple of misses in this game, but they will be able to set up for, oh, the deny. Nightfall comes in. Well played.
Yeah, nicely done. And now we do have a smoke with Jerax and Abed looking to make a kill happen.
Yeah.
Still no boots on Jerax, actually.
All you need is Maledict, man. You got a Windlace up there.
Yeah, the level 4 Maledict is very strong. for sure. And they do spot out Tim's. Let's look if Abed can catch this guy.
Looking for it, and should be an easy pick-off as they pull him in, get the Maledict, and a quick bring down from Abed. 2-0-3 on the Storm Spirit, having a nice game.
Yeah, it's an okay pick-off. Not the hero you really want, but it is going to give you a little chance to invade further into the jungle. And we kind of see Abed's heat map here. He's been very aggressive. He's been mostly on the enemy side of the map, and including the mid lane. So he's like definitely trying to take away from the enemy in this game.
Yeah, normally like in those laning stage heat maps, it's literally just the lane, but he's literally everywhere.
yeah, he's definitely putting some fear into Boom here.
So 5-3, and we saw that Weaver picking up a very early Maelstrom, and so should be able to farm up more so than you normally see from these heroes. Jarex throws out the cast. Oh, the bounce! Oh, the bounce is good. Is it going to be good enough to take down FBZ? It's a very tanky dragon. Jarex surviving through it, and yes, FBZ is going to probably die and found to that one.
He's dead.
He ends up popping. They take down 2 for only Jarex, and now Skem also falling down. Great fight, and man, Witch Doctor Cask, when it catches those 2 on the cliff, is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of those heroes, like you can see the damage being done there. It's just one of those heroes where the casket looks like the best ability in the game, where actually just completely worthless.
Right.
And that situation was the perfect situation. So good job for, you know, EG, like being in the right place at the right time. And I don't really like that kind of move by Boom. You can see in the replay here, they're just walking in blind into the high ground.
Yeah. And I mean, again, you walk into that area, maybe you anticipate that you can go for like a tree ult or something, but Abed constantly zipping and interrupting the opportunity for a good tree ult.
Yeah.
But even then, walking uphill is kind of crazy. He's happy.
A little smile there. When the casket, you know, hits right, you gotta smile.
That's good.
Nightfall is getting close to his BKB, and this guy's obviously in his element. He's literally playing a carry hero.
Another kill down bottom. Jackie goes down. Dude, Jarex is he's hitting on all cylinders right now. He got his boots finally.
He's got his boots. He's got 2 big kills. That was, you know, well done by them, and they're gonna invade further.
You can see, I mean, if nothing else, EG are not just sitting back and waiting to like let the game end on its own. The heroes are similar, but the play style feels like it's drastically changed.
Yeah. Definitely. They're constantly looking to invade the enemy in this game, take any advantage they can, while our TZ is farming his Deso. He's going to have it soon. And they are going to contest this Ancient stack.
Take that one away if they can. And yep, Abed cleans the whole thing up. Crit is there to the side. Jarex will get off the stun, but it was a blink forward, so it was solo, and they're going to leave the Witch Doctor behind.
Yeah, I think they're happy. They take away the Ancients, and they only lose the Witch Doctor. Maybe they'll look to set up bottom, though. There is a DD on Abed, and this Storm is very strong right now.
Stun, not out in time. FBZ, they don't have the Maledict, though, so it's hard to kill these heroes. And Abed in trouble, down low, Overgrowth.
The reload.
Not nearly enough healing to come out in time, and the reload a little bit too late, so they're going to end up losing both the Storm and Crit.
Yeah, that's a big kill. Like, he had a streak, I think. Yeah, the killing spree streak that goes to Yopaj, and you can see in the net worth now, Yopaj is going to overtake Storm.
What a turnaround. Not normally the Queen of Pain known as a comeback hero. But going with this Witchblade build, and Yopaj starting to look pretty good again.
Yeah, I mean, he's been quietly, like, kind of farming up and looking for an opening. And yeah, this Witchblade is an interesting build. I don't see it that often, but I can see in this game if he gets Witchblade into a BKB, he's going to be very strong and dealing a lot of damage.
Well, and I guess, as we've been saying, like the high aggression strat that we've been seeing from EG constantly running at him, it's meant that Abed, even though he's been like fighting a ton and getting a ton done, his net worth really hasn't gone up that much at all. He's lowest of the cores, and now they're going to find Jarex as well. Is he going to go down? He will.
He blinked in on
Yopaj. Oh, he blinked in. Has the Sonic Wave afterwards. Needs to get a little bit of separation, but it's not going to happen. Yopaj dead. Now Tim's also starting to drop. And they will take that trade every day of the week.
That is Roche for EG. They have Deso. That was the BKB showing as well on Nightfall, so perfect timing for EG to find those 2 kills, you know?
Big moments, big moments.
They are looking to contest this, actually.
Well, always ready to take a fight. That's definitely Boom, but is this the fight to take? They've already lost Skem, and now FBZ, he's in deep. Although they don't have much mana on the Storm. They kind of got to be careful. Roche is still being taken very slowly over to the side here. Arteezy trying to finish this one off, but FBZ, he's got Blink Dagger. He can jump in at a moment's notice. It's a little bit too early, though, and he is going to drop immediately, goes down, and then they get to pull into Weaver. Nicely played. One by one, they fall as Boom going to get torn asunder by EG.
What a disaster for Boom. What a disaster. They're just like going one by one, keep getting jumped. Oh man, it was a good attempt, but it was not. They were not very decisive in what they wanted to do.
Right. No, it's tough. And I mean, I think that's one of those moments where normally you can get like the tree shot into there with the acorn shot to try and get some vision or something. But everything just didn't work together in perfect concert. And EG, they take full advantage. They don't get the Aegis on the Storm. Instead, it's on the TA. Is that a problem at all in this one?
So what that tells me is that they're thinking about hitting towers, and TA is the hero that's going to kill towers, and that's why usually you would give the Aegis to a TA over the Storm here, so I think that's their plan here.
Getting close to the BKBs, it feels like that almost has to be what you wait for now with a 7,000 gold lead. I mean, it was looking somewhat okay for them for a little bit there, but definitely on the back foot now.
Yeah, I think EG is going to be way stronger for the next few minutes. You can see Jax just sitting here. Okay, I think he was spotted now. They ping him out. He was looking to set up something possibly with a reload, but he's just abusing this Shadow Amulet.
A little bit in vision there. It's fine, though. Everything's okay. But that is a BKB done as well. Storm, finish it off, and ready to fight. But where do EG want to go with this Aegis?
I think they're looking, like, you can kind of see how they're split on the map. So I think the Storm IO, they're looking to either pick off or to connect and kind of use this Aegis to get ahead in terms of the map. And you can see they're taking more map than Boom currently.
Controlling these areas. And at a moment's notice from downtown, Abed zipping across the freaking map. Didn't quite connect there onto Yopaj, though. Had an idea it was coming his way.
Gotta say, this Weaver has been very quiet this game. I don't think this is like a hero. He's not this traditional hard carry that just farms with Battle Fury and like goes into the late game. This is a hero that does want to kind of participate in the fight. But every time I've seen him, he just dies. So he's had a bit of a rough game on Jack Boys.
Yeah, maybe once that BKB comes out, it opens up their game a little bit more, but they're going to need it on both the Quap and the Weaver at this point because they're just so fragile in this game.
Yeah, I feel like they don't have enough damage on Boom's side.
Right. Yeah, it is a bit of an issue. Trying to just get vision onto him there, but Arteezy in the mid lane. Okay, Bushwhack afterwards, keeps Nightfall back, the jump in. They find Yopaj, do they have enough? The cask afterwards, the bounce is out, but he's able to get away for the moment, but the cask bounces forward after he went for the TP. How unlucky can you get?
Oh man, these casks have been so valued this game. This is like one of those games you really enjoy playing Witch Doctor.
Oh yeah.
When you get these good casks, but Arteezy gets jumped in the mid lane. Maybe he'll lose the Aegis here.
Yeah, I mean, still a ton of time. I don't know if you care that much about it, if you can win the fight afterwards. As two heroes caught with the Maledict, and Jackie forced to use that time lapse. Link up afterwards. They don't want to run high ground, though. You can see EG still respecting Boom and their potential to turn a fight around their direction.
Arteezy did opt for this shard pretty early in the game, actually, and I think that's a way to try and, you know, maybe utilize the fact that Queen doesn't have a BKB yet, or the Weaver, maybe if he catches him off guard with a silence.
Oh, look at that, though. Jump in, jump out. Trying to potentially bait something there. Their traps laid down, but those are going to be taken away at the moment.
Classic Abed, you know, just waving in, waving out. SCA player.
Yeah,
he's saying hi to his SCA boys.
Fair enough. Now, this has been a very interesting match. Not what I was anticipating. You know, you don't think that like the TA Storm team is going to be the one running at you constantly.
Yeah, it's really all off of this mid lane that Abed was able to get ahead with, especially with Crit's help. I think that set them up for this kind of game.
Impressive stuff, indeed. Going in for the Lincoln Sphere next. And in the meantime for Boom, like we've been saying, I mean, the big thing they're waiting for is BKB, and they don't have it yet. Yopaj down so low, and with the Maledict, can even survive. He's trying to bottle up, get back home. It's not going to happen.
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez.
That just feels bad. You're so close to the BKB, and you just die to this level 4 Maledict.
Dude, the damage buff, it's too strong.
Yeah, you can see all the damage came from this Maledict.
And I mean, to be honest, even once BKB comes out, if he gets that Maledict on you, you're still in trouble. He'll take the damage.
Yeah, I definitely think Boom needs to kind of kite the fights and take long fights. Be able to poke them with these, like, you know, the long-range stuns from Dragonite and from this Hoodwink. Because if they just straight up try to brawl, I think EG is just way stronger right now.
Yeah. Very difficult to go for any type of real fight. And they're going to realize that is an illusion, but realize it a bit too late as Jarek's finally going to get brought down here. And Boom able to get on the board. It's what they need to keep happening.
Yeah, and the Witch Doctor is actually worth something now. He's level 14. It's a lot of XP going in the way of Boom, so it's not that small of a pickup anymore.
The danger of becoming very strong as a support.
I know, right? How dare I get XP?
This is not your lot in life. Not meant to happen.
So there's going to be a BKB coming out on Arteezy soon, and maybe then they'll look to take a fight, but I think the game's going to kind of quiet down a little bit up until this next Roche.
I'm curious if Boom try and wait for the full set of items that are coming out in a little bit. Scotty is on deck for the Weaver. We saw the BKB, obviously, for the Queen of Pain, and for the DK trying to head in towards that direction as well. He's still a little ways away from it.
Yeah, I think it'll be a big timing for Jack Boys if he manages to get this Scotty. It's very good against EG's cores, actually.
Slow heal reduction, obviously.
They're picking bottom here.
They going?
But Crit is in position to try and save his boy Artor.
Yeah, and they're so ready for this. They just back away. They know it's coming their direction, and they're out of there.
Okay, they do go for a counter smoke now. Let's see what happens here. They're waiting for the Ruin. Maybe he'll get... Oh, Arcane Ruin! Ho ho!
Oh, man.
Happy boy.
To see some crazy stuff. Yeah, I think that they're in a dangerous spot if they want to fight right now. We'll take over the outpost, but I feel like he might jump to the triangle from the outpost if they catch sight of somebody.
I think that was kind of like a sneaky play. They know it. They're at the outpost, but the rest of EG's members are actually positioned next to the high ground.
They're all staying together, though.
It's like some 5-head play.
Try to get together. They do have a ward down now. I mean, Boom, it feels like they're so ready for this.
They're ready. Both teams are poised to fight here. They do have BKB on both Dragonite and the Queen of Pain now.
All right. Big window if they want to go for it. Stun to start. Now looking for the backlines. They find Tim's. He's going to be done. Break afterwards onto the Storm, though. And, well, the chase down. Jackie just getting eviscerated. Didn't stand a chance. And now Refresher out for the Razor. Yopaj getting absolutely destroyed here by Abed, who chases them down one by one by one. They're going to fall. Now, they did lose the Razor and the Witch Doctor, but FBZ, I don't know if they're going to be able to actually chase him down here. Now, the buyback. Now looking for the burst down. Can they do it? Abed trying to run away, but he saved his BKB that whole time. And Abed, he's just going to be able to survive through it. Tries to run down FBZ. Thought about going in for more, but is going to jump away there. There is a bridge too far to cross.
Oh man, this Arcane Ruin Storm is just disgusting. Oh, he's just in and out of fight, constantly having mana. Oh, Nightfall ended up dying after all. He got rooted next to the tower, but still a win for EG, right? Like, they had to buy back on Boom, and the Storm is still just having the time of his life, and Roche is up now.
Big timing here. The Acronym Shard, so good for either of these teams, to be honest. Like, you can get that on the Quap as well, and it's so strong.
I think Boom is really, like, they want to keep fighting here. Jack Boys is like, guys, I didn't get to play the game yet. I just keep dying, but if I live, you know, they're in trouble.
That's right. And Boom, look like they want to set up for a quick snag on this tier 1 tower mid. The Glyph is going to come out. They're still in this area. If they could take this before the Roche fight, that would be huge.
EG's already hitting Roche, though.
Yeah, and they're going to take it very quickly.
Oh man, I don't think this tier 1 is worth it. You guys have to be aware that Roche is up.
Oh, they got to be careful.
They scan it.
It was a very early spawn, and they're thinking about getting in here. Can they get there in time, though? The scan is already out. Bugs are coming. It's too late. And now they're kind of committed. They jump in. They try and find the stun. Will it be enough? But they find the bushwhack onto Abed, keeping him out of the fight for the moment. Nightfall got a decent drain. Yopaj in some trouble, blinks out, but Abed, he's on the case, wants to hunt him down one by one. Eventually, they take down the Quap. Jackie leaving Skem to the Wolves. He doesn't have anything else he can do, just has to get out.
Yeah, that was like 1 minute too late, you know? Like, instead of going for this tier 1, they had to contest the Roche, but then they go in there, they jump, they don't know what's happening. And maybe Jackboys is in trouble again. Okay, Storm's out of mana.
He's away, he goes back and catches another wave. I mean, that's what you got to do with Weaver, right?
Yeah, this guy has to do this right now. He has to cut waves, he has to buy time for his team to come back up. But, you know, they get the Aegis on the TA. I think the Storm took the Shard. Yeah, so everything is going well for EG here.
Good start, 3 shards in fact, including the one and only Voodoo Switcheroo, which is the best name in Dota. You gotta love it.
It is also pretty much a hilarious item, or like pickup, because like Queen tried to go on the Witch Doctor, but this bottom like a few extra seconds as FBZ does get caught out in the bottom lane.
BKB was on cooldown and he can't get it off now and keep him alive. So he gets found, he gets killed, and EG just relentless across the map. Jerax finds Yopaj looking for a lucky bounce. Just an absolute psycho on his Witch Doctor. No friends nearby at all, but he's like, I'm gonna get him.
He's feeling it, you know. He's confidently just sitting there alone. But yeah, his team is ready to connect, you know. Abed and the Storm Mode is ready. And the thing is, when you have so much control over the map with like a hero like Storm, he's usually gonna get all the runes as well. Like we saw him have constantly like arcane runes and DDs. It's very difficult to play against Storm from this position.
I think that's why they first pick it a lot. It just hasn't always gone that way.
Hasn't always, but this game Abed is definitely popping off.
Wow. 16k gold lead and EG ready to hit high ground. They got their items, they got the Aegis. It is time to party, and well, the party starts right on top of Tim's head. He gets brought down. Yopaj linked up, has to get out of there, blinks away. Abed is ready to jump again if they spot an opening. But with no Hoodwink now, I mean, boom, how do you even defend this? They might just have to give it up.
Yeah, this is tough. Like, they need that extra bit of stun that the Hoodwink provides. And Artur is just way too strong here. Like, he's just gonna get this Rax, and they're pinging him. They're gonna go and jump on Arteezy here.
Try and do what they can. They've got so much heal, though, coming out from Crit. It's ridiculously hard to take this fight. They pop the BKB from FBZ, and now Jackie also doing it. Sonic Wave, they get the Rax. Are they gonna go for more? FBZ pulled in, starting to be brought down, an overgrowth, but where's the follow-up? There's nothing there. Abed's on top of Skem. Skem is gonna die, and EG, they are ready to have a better day number 2 than they had day number 1.
Yeah, and they're just gonna keep going here, right? There's a buyback from this Chi, but do you really care? There's still an Aegis on Arteezy, you know, Abed's getting mana from this Io. Buyback from Dragon Knight, alright.
They go in, but Jackie's done! And dead for 70, no buyback!
Again.
Silence is out, they turn now onto Yopaj, pops the BKB, tries to walk away, and Arteezy gonna get brought down a little bit low, but he still has the Aegis to play with, so he just walks away. And another glyph is gonna be popped, but EG, they are not going to be deterred.
That's a full data list on Arteezy as well. It looks like they're going to heal up. I think they're going to keep going. This Weaver is dead. Still got the Aegis. I don't think there's too much to be afraid of here.
And you can see the difference there in net worth. There's a pretty big swing that had happened over the last couple minutes. Buybacks used.
They were able to keep up, or at least Yopaj was able to keep up for a while, but after losing all these fights, you know, that's just how the game goes, right?
Absolutely. And now it's going to take some type of a miracle. I mean, we've seen crazy comebacks before so far at this tournament. This would be a pretty wild one at this point.
What do we have here? That's a 1% win probability.
Nice.
1%, guys. How are we going to play this?
Yeah, what's the way? You called it out earlier in the other game.
Oh, I think they have to wait for this Aegis to expire, and then they kind of have to all in this TA, because this TA hits really hard with Daedalus. You know, like, he's gonna deal a lot of damage. And there's an AC completed on Nightfall. Like, not to forget, this guy is a carry as well.
double BKB, double Eye of the Storm, it gets real scary. And with a little bit of time left on that Aegis, they did spot out Tim's there, but the jump instead, they find the Dragon Knight. God, he melted. That AC.
Oh man, that's the 1% gone right there, I'm sure.
Oh no. Oh no.
No buyback. They're definitely going to go for this mid-Rax here.
86 seconds and ready to go up towards the high ground. Again, the tree trying his best. The call is actually to go top instead. So they're saying, all right, we won't deal with your tree armor. We'll just head over there, but then tree armor's there too. Pick a lane.
Yeah, it's a 30-second duration with a 15-second cooldown, so you can actually get 2 of them.
Very strong. But I don't know if it's going to be strong enough here. The game is looking incredibly hard at this point. And EG throwing the Lincolns on top of Arteezy, although down to half HP. Abed pulls in 1. Still going to go out with that sharpshooter hit. Not looking like it's enough. And Jackie getting that Link. He just falls.
Just
dead.
again.
Oh, man. The Psyblade too strong. And EG, they're not leaving. This is going to be the end of them well and truly as they jump for Yopaj, find him there with a couple more punches, goes for the blink away. But they focus back on the buildings. Jerax is dropping the ulti in their fountain dang near.
Yeah, this is looking tough. I think they're going to wait for Dragon Knight and then buy back the Weaver for this one last fight. Okay, he has to buy back already because, you know, the tower's just going down.
Yeah, I mean, they have not respected this tree at all. The answer has constantly been bring 5 heroes to whatever lane they're fighting in.
Okay, they're going to look to back off here. Maybe wait for Roche if they want to play it really safe. They do have a gem. They get rid of these wards. So Boom is going to be kind of stuck in their base here.
Yeah, it's very difficult for them to get out of there. You can see the healing done numbers. With all these items, it's been more than the damage for some of these cores, that is for sure. Io, being played by Crit this game, has had a really impressive performance, starting early that you talked about as well.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job making sure like Abed stays alive when Boom is committing so much to try and shut him down. And Boom is gonna go for this desperation smoke. Maybe try to find the backline, maybe kill this Io first.
One last shot here. Jerax jumps in. Who do they find? They're going to get the Witch Doctor, but then the pull in. Abed wants to go 1-1. Jerax is going to die. But can they find anything afterwards? Arteezy just walks in, starting to rip him to shreds. That was a Dragon Knight. No longer. Godlike TA. And, well, coming back for more, why not? 3 dead, no buyback on the DK, no buyback on the tree. And, yeah, I think that they're sensing that that might be coming to an end here.
Yeah, they're dropping the voice lines. They know they won. So that's when you can drop the voice lines. Yeah, this TA is just a monster. Arteezy actually had a perfect game. And they do call the GG. They're like, yep, it's over. Well played by EG for sure.
Very impressed. I think that it takes a lot of, you know, gumption there to be able to pull it back after an incredibly disappointing day 1.